Hi, ladies. Happy Tuesday. I was just seeing Katie's post. You paid and ordered both stamp sets that you liked at my house, the Cottage Friends and the one. Oh, I do have a tendency to help with enabling. I'm like, what is? Oh, my camera is kind of moved a little bit. Interesting. Let's see. I want to go this way. That's not really helping. I think it's because I moved my screen a little bit. Oh, oh, okay. Well, we're going to leave it like that. Okay. That's me. Yay, Gina, you made it to a live. I'm so glad you're here. Miss Tara's here. Miss Beth is here. Hello, ladies. Hopefully everybody's chat is working. I had, and now my light's in here. All right, I was cleaning my desk today, so things are all sorts of moved. Let's go this way again. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry. I had two crafty peeps last week tell me that they were unable to make comments. And so I'm not sure why that was happening, because it wasn't like I had anybody blocked or anything like that. And many of you were making comments. So I'm not sure what was going on. You had to do a verified chat passcode. That's interesting. I'm gonna look real quick. Uh, hmm. Okay. Well, Oh, that's interesting. You had to Tara, you had to verify with a passcode through email. That must be something new to Twitch, because I didn't go in and change any settings. Very interesting. Okay, well, good to know. I will look into that a little bit and see. I mean, on the one hand, if it's not a huge deal, maybe it's for a good thing, so that it helps us not get some of the interesting people in the chat, but I don't know for sure. So I apologize if it's a pain. I didn't know that it had any changes. There's tons of stuff that goes on with Twitch that is like affects people that like have a ton of followers and make a ton of income off of Twitch, because my husband watches several different people, and a couple of the different streamers like hang out together and do like a chat once a week, and they'll talk about all sorts of things, but it's totally stuff that's like just not even anything. One, I don't play games, and so sometimes it has to do with that, and like the music and games and content and things like that, so that I don't have to worry about. And then some of the other stuff, some of the other stuff I just don't even have to think about, because again, I don't have that many followers. I don't like make a ton of income off of being on Twitch. Hi, Miss Julie. Okay, so you had to verify. See, I didn't change anything. I wonder if it's just a new feature, though. Okay, we're gonna skip that. Okay. Hopefully that fixed that. Whatever I clicked on to check on the chat, then I could hear my delay in the background. So we're going to just not worry about that for now because I don't want to have to do anything to do with that kind of stuff and mess anything else up. So there we go. We're going to leave it alone and I'm going to worry about it later. Hi, Aunt Charlotte. Because whatever I clicked on then allowed me to hear my replay on my laptop. So we don't want to mess with that at all. We don't want that to happen. So hopefully you guys have had a nice weekend. We set our clocks back, so we fell back an hour, which still messes with me. Not as much as the spring forward, but it still messed with me. On Sunday, it was really nice to have the extra time, quote unquote, but it also just really wreaked havoc completely on me. So I don't know about anyone else if they had the same trouble. But it really, Sunday was nice on the one hand because it was oh my gosh, it's only such and such time. So I felt like I had a really nice long Sunday for a change. But then at the same time, I was so tired on Monday, and Monday just felt odd in a way. I'm sure it didn't help that then I had today off. So Monday was going to feel a little odd anyway because it was okay, we're here for one day and then we have a day off. So it probably would have been a little weird anyway. But hopefully you guys had a nice weekend. Hopefully you've had a nice start to your week. It's still very hard to believe that it is November. And I know that November always goes really fast and it's already just plugging away. It's been pretty busy since it started and busy in a good way. Saturday, met up with, Stephanie actually came over to my house and then we drove together to the EXO Marshmallow Cafe for the Care Bears collab and had an amazing time. It was so much fun. Really enjoyed doing that. And it was just a lot of fun to just do something fun and unique like that and spend the time together. And then last night I went to, so my son is in a class at DePaul that's called Deaf Literature. Which made sense on the one hand because his minor / dual major, because I forget, it's gone back and forth what it was going to be, and is English. He loves writing, so it didn't really surprise me. But other students in the class were from all different majors. There was the two other classmates that sat at our table for the Death Cafe that we went to last night that they presented was one was a poli-sci major and one was a neuroscience major. So kids from all different majors are in this class. So it was really, really a lot of fun. One, I haven't driven or been in the city at night in years. We don't go downtown a ton, but we do go downtown for some different things here and there. But most of the things in the most recent years have all been things that are during the daytime. And I was right on Lakeshore Drive, which is right there by all of the buildings, all of the, the heart of downtown. And I just forgot how just beautiful it is and how amazing it looks all lit up at night. So it was really neat to just drive into the city. And then it was really neat. I had never been to anything at DePaul in any of the buildings, just based on when Kyle started out, he started out at Columbia. So we went to open house at Columbia, and we went to Parents Weekend at Columbia because it was his freshman year. And I used to drive him to and from because he lived on campus. So I was there. I was in the dorm a ton, to pick him up, drop him off, take him stuff. And I had been in a couple of the buildings during open house and things like that. But for DePaul, it's just been a totally different thing. He's always been a commuter. We didn't do Parents Weekend. I don't know if they even had Parents Weekend. I mean, they probably did, but it wasn't something where he was oh, you need to, I live here and you need to come here and and be with me. like we did when he was living on campus at Columbia. So it was really neat to just even be in the school or one of the buildings of the school, and then to see what they had put on and to meet one of his professors. And this professor has a very interesting background. Kyla has taken classes with him before. He's actually a Catholic priest, but has like several master's degrees in all different things and has at least one doctorate, if not more than that, and just is very like he just loves learning and knowing things and makes his classes very interesting because my son like intentionally likes taking classes with him. Ooh. It's that witching hour where I'm going to start yawning because I have all these lights at me. So I apologize. So it was really cool. And then this coming weekend is my daughter's birthday. So she's going to turn 21. So we're going to go and do some fun things for that. So and then I know it's like we're literally halfway through November. And of course, Thanksgiving week is just going to be chaos with trying to get ready for Christmas and things like that. So it just seems to be going very, very fast. So hopefully you guys are like hanging on like I am. I made the executive decision. I didn't put out my Halloween decorations because I ran out of time before Suze was coming. And then I that's not a word, thought that like she and I would have fun putting decorations out together, but we had so many other things to do that didn't happen. And then I decided not to put out fall decorations because I am still trying to clean my craft room and do things around the house and just want to like get it in a place where it's ready for Christmas, like decorating and crafting. So I'm enjoying fall theme with my cup cozies and my planner stickers and things like that, but not any decorations. Hi, Miss Teresa. So that being said, I did make I have been making progress in my craft room, which is fantastic. I worked on my work table today to try and get more stuff cleared off and put away and find a home. And if you saw my post, I had switched out my carts. I may have done that. I don't think I did it before last week's live. I think I just mentioned I was going to do it. Then I went ahead and I took the long cart that I was literally just like storing a bunch of stuff on and went through that and cleared that off and put all of my Christmas stuff on there, all my like December daily Christmas stuff. And all I did was sit it on there. And I'm going to start organizing. I was tempted to even do that this evening, but I have some other things I want to show you guys. So I think that'll still wait, and I'll do that in the afternoon, like on a weekend, or maybe one evening. I don't know, because there again, the weekends are going to go really fast, and I want to get sorted through it. And so then I switched and have just a small cart for like some of the things that I want to be able to get to easily, but I don't use every day. And then because I'm in the Mindy Lacefield All Is Bright workshop and I wanted to have a whole cart designated for that, I decided to not do a whole fall cart this year. So I just kind of tidied that stuff up and got it into like one bin on the small cart, and then just changed out my tote on the top for the new corduroy fall tote I had gotten from Jen D. So lots of things I think are gonna kind of be moving around over the next, I don't know, say year, as I keep finding what's working for me, and debating like either adding in some additional carts so I really can have, you know, a fall cart all set up, and I don't have one like for spring and, you know, spring, Easter, St. Patrick's Day type of thing, or if some things will just get traded in and out and be like smaller enjoyed. So I will keep sharing that with all of you as I make those decisions and change those things out just for fun, and for like ideas and things like that. My phone is blowing up because I don't know if you guys follow her and or if you're aware that tonight is Christmas trees from Lemon Tree Studios. Her beautiful handmade little fabric Christmas trees, which I'm not even doing because one, I already have a little forest of them, There is one I really wanted, but I knew trying to do a live and attempting to even catch just that one that I wanted was not going to happen. So I am leaving it alone. Just leaving it alone. I'm glad you like seeing the cart set up. Yeah, so I'm going to play around with my Christmas one on a live because I need to go through all of my Christmas supplies because I just have just so much stuff and I need to figure it out, thin some stuff out, get some things organized. I'm thinking maybe even make some foundation pages for this year's December daily, especially since I think I'm going to do a junk journal, even just, picking some papers that I know I want to use and deciding like how they need to be cut down, if they just need to be cut down all the way, or if they're 12 by 12 that has something cute to it that I want it to be, a fold out or an interactive page, kind of play around with that. So I'm going to try to be working on that. I did, for those of you that are part of it, I did open up the group for the Fall Junk Journal workshop. Got a couple of straggling kits. Not sure why. I was even back and forth with one of the gals because it just is kind of was hanging out with no delivery date, and other people had already gotten theirs that live close to her, so we're not really sure what's happening there, and I have to follow up today. So hopefully everybody will have those. They should have all had them last week, but hopefully everybody will have those in the next day or two, and then I'll be working in that a little bit too to share page ideas and just different ways to decorate your pages and use the things in the kit. So that'll be going on a little bit over the rest of the month, and then I have half of this. Actually, I have more than half. I have 75% of what we need for the recipe binders. I actually ended up ordering from 2 different places to source it for this, just because of a couple of the things that were needed. It was needed in such a small quantity for us, and there was just a few of us, that to order it wholesale would have just been ridiculously not worth it for this small group. So actually all of the stuff that I ordered not from Simple Stories is already here, and the couple things that I did order wholesale, like the albums and things and the dividers and a couple of the things, those are not here yet. So as soon as that box shows up, then I will be able to add those last pieces and get those sent out. So I will keep everybody posted on that. But that comes with full directions and everything too. So working on it together is just kind of a bonus. So people, as soon as they have it in hand, will be able to work on that and still have it done definitely before Christmas, given on how much, when they work on it. But it'll be to everybody before December for sure. As soon as that last little package shows up. So hopefully it'll be here by the beginning of next week, so then it can go out before Thanksgiving. So that's really those are the things. I keep having ideas of things that would be fun to do in December, and then I just kind of rein them in because I think if anything, I will just be wanting to host some craft alongs and things like that, and maybe post fun pictures in advance or something like that, or have little trivia or questions or things that we can talk about in those craft alongs. But I know that I'm just not in the place to host something for December again, and so I'm just kind of keeping track of my ideas and things for in the future, doing some things once I'm kind of more realistically situated as far as having all the things organized. And I'm going to keep my same word of the year that I have for this year rhythm, and I'm going to carry it into 2023, because in some ways it's shown up in a lot of ways in 2022, and I feel like it's still very much there, and I'm working towards more things, but it still has so much to offer, and there's so much to do to really get that rhythm in my life, really those routines into place and things. And so I'm just going to keep it. And so I feel as some additional things keep shifting and kind of getting into that place, I think that some of the things, the ideas that I have, I'll be able to do or execute better in the future. So I keep writing them down and keep hanging on to them so that I can offer some fun things for us in the future. But for now, I want to really just focus on crafty time when it comes to Pink Crafty Cottage, just being able to make the things, share the things, and play along together. So, which I actually was going to show you a couple things this evening. I figured I would flip through my pumpkin patch journal because it was last week when we had trouble with that. When we lost power and it just completely threw off Twitch and I wasn't able to like get it back to stay back well enough. And I have to say I'm kind of glad I didn't try to start it up for that next time. That was last week, wasn't it? I think it was. On the one hand, I'm like, that seems like it was further away than that, but I think that's about right. Yeah, it has to be, because it was right after Halloween, and today's only, yeah, okay. We ended up completely losing, like, because really we'd only, like, lost power very briefly, and it came right back, and, like, but then not long after I, like, just called it quits because it wasn't really working, we truly lost power, and we had no power until I think about 11 o'clock at night, which wouldn't have been a huge deal except that we lost it and my husband like had one more task to complete for his maintenance Tuesdays when he works late, and he had to finish it, so he like had to wait for the power to come back on before he could finish the task, and it was only a 15-minute task, so we had to wait until like 11 o'clock so then he could go take care of that, which I mean I could have gone to bed, but at the same time it was like, you know, I like hung out with him and kept him company, and then once he headed to go do it, then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go like start getting ready for bed because I always take longer than he does anyway, and then I like to journal, and then I like to read. So I thought I would go through my pumpkin patch journal, and then I was going to show you one or two things. I was going to show you the binder I started making for Mindy Lacefield's class, All is Bright, which I was really, really dedicated, and I watched a video I watched some things Friday night, and I started getting set up, and then I haven't done anything since. Oh, because I'm just terrible. But I will get back to it. I will. And then I was going to show you my day in the life, because I have been working on my day in the life. I'm not quite done, but I've been working on it, and so I thought I would maybe share that. And then I was going to share with you just one or two things of happy mail that I have. So, yeah. So I think I'm going to turn on my other camera. We can keep chatting because I know that there's probably... Oh, I'm going to mess this up if I do that. The baby kitties keep knocking over oops, sorry. I want to get that out of that frame. Of course, you didn't need to see like my hand close up, but you know, that's just how we roll around here. The baby kittens like to run right through my tripod that's on my desk, and knock over my ring light, which actually one of the things that I'm really dealing with is I need as much room on my desk to craft as possible. So I was really working today to like get rid of things that sit on my desk so that I'm not having all these just things sit on my desk. So I got rid of my little like tool caddy thing and put the things in my drawer right next to me, and this is the new little drawer thing I got, because I'm like, you know what, they're still easy enough to get to, and I just need to not have that whole big thing on the desk. And I want to get the tripod and ring light off my desk. Like I want it to be like a longer arm so that it's not actually on the desk, because then I lose space this way and I don't want to bump it, and the cats have been knocking it over. So, but Ken measured and actually bought me a nice one that'll clamp onto my desk and hang over, so I won't have this on here anymore. And then he is amazing, and he also just bought me a printer this evening because my printer completely gave out. Oh, that's really big of my desk. Let's see. My printer completely gave out. He tried helping me with troubleshooting stuff, and it just, that was that. And it's almost 4 years old, which unfortunately is like fairly old for a printer. And so we looked, and oh, see, I just have to have it so situated just ever so right, or it falls over and things. That's why we haven't done it. But there was one on, I got another Canon Pixma that we're going to give it a try. It was on sale through Target, actually, 50%, because I was going to try to wait till Black Friday. But then he was just, nature of who he is and how his brain works. We were sitting there this evening after, we were troubleshooting right before dinner, and then we were eating dinner. And so then while we were relaxing after dinner, he started looking and like to see what like replacement would be, comparison and all that kind of stuff. And he decided to, so he was looking, so then I was looking. So we actually got a replacement one on Target's website. It's a Canon Pixma, and it was 50% off. They have a bunch of them on sale. Like 50% off, 30% off, 20% off. So we actually grabbed one that was 50% off that seems like it'll be compatible to basically what I had, for like $80. So we're going to give it a go and see. So I thought I would just kind of flip through my little pumpkin album a little bit, because I really had so much fun making it. And then I'm going to show you my day in the life a little bit, and maybe one or two other things. And yeah, it was a fantastic price. Let's just hope it's, it works. I know there was something I was going to ask everybody, and it'll come to me, hopefully. So tell me what you've been working on, or what has been inspiring you on Instagram, or like what projects you're dying to work on, as I just flip through. I thought I had something. I have to add some. That's right. All I did for this one, I forgot. I did this right before the live, is I slid this into a pocket, and I need to decorate the back. I was like, what's happening back there? This project, though, doing this in a 4x4 with the Doodlebug design was so much fun. And I will say that I am really looking forward to doing some small projects in 2023. And I'm really considering doing more small projects of things, like either of the months or of events, than doing too many large projects. Because I just find that with the large projects, there's just too many, like, I think then it gets easy to get like lost in how much stuff you have that you could pull together that you could use. Whereas when it's like, you keep it kind of small and you keep it to like, one collection, and then maybe you're going to add in a few things that are like a little bit different, is great. But when I do some of the big, for example, like I loved doing 52 Weeks of Me. But at the same time, it can start to get overwhelming, because for someone like me, where I like to do the themes, it's like I had created a kit for myself, and there was a certain amount of cohesiveness. But then I would get certain weeks, it would be like, oh wait, I need to go gather all of the things I have that go along with like books, because it's about books I'm reading, or I need to grab all the things that are about whatever. And even with this, there were times when then it's like, oh, wait, I have a really cute Halloween stamper. So, that can still happen, but I just felt like it didn't happen as much in this project as it does in some other ones. I don't know if that makes any sense. So Aunt Charlotte's been working on autumn and Christmas quilts. I can't wait to see them. Thank you, Miss Katie, and thank you, Aunt Charlotte. I had so much fun with this. And I did incorporate additional themes. Like I did grab, some little, barnyard papers, because I had them and so I was like, well, it'll be cute to just incorporate those into, into the book. And these aren't Doodlebug because I do actually have Doodlebug stuff, but I didn't, I don't have as much of it as I thought I did. And I had this set and I thought it was really cute, and I thought it would be, cute enough, or similar enough. Oh, that's a good idea. If you set it up in advance, I really like that idea. I really, really do. Even if you just have already pulled like the little kits, like even if you have like a large kit, kind of an overarching kit, and then if you go ahead and pull things for, like the book one, and if there's TV or food, or like if you kind of pull some of those things from your stash, or even just make notes for yourself if it's, say, stamps or something like that. I think that's a great idea. And then you could keep up with it more easily, because I had just done the base kit and then was like stopping to go pull all the things for different ones. And then once I got a certain way behind on what the prompts were, then I wasn't taking pictures for that week. So it's like if I were to pick it back up, I would really start where I left off and start focusing again like this, like, okay, and start taking the pictures during now that would go. So I think that'd be great if you did it that way. I think that would be a great way to do it, because it's a great project. It's not that I don't like the project or that I'm criticizing the project. It's just how I tend to fall in and do things. I had a lot of fun doing flip outs and fold outs and things with this album as well, which I don't normally do. So there again, I'm really excited to try to do some more small projects where I can do some things like that. Like I did a little pocket here, and put pictures in here with the little tabs, because I have all these like stamps that I like to buy and then need to use. So this little page, this one actually Sue's made for me, because she got way ahead of me, surprise, surprise, and then also had packed her suitcase because she was super stressed about it, not fitting, all of her things not fitting, and so then she wasn't going to make anything else for herself, but I was still working on mine, and so she had made a cute little, she made this one for me too. She made this cute little pocket with photos on it too, and then this is just a little bag where just like the extra photos are in there. So so I'm really leaning towards doing some projects like this in 2023, and I will share once I kind of have that plan, if other people want to play along. That I'm just thinking that, maybe doing things in some smaller formats instead of always trying to do, I love the idea of Project Life, and I love even when I broke it down to just like monthly, but it's so easy to get behind, with it being such an overarching, and then I just feel like I'm always behind, and I'm not doing the pictures like in the moment, in the season, whereas these little thing, like a project like this, it was like they were pictures that were happening or just happened in the season, got to use Halloween and pumpkin stuff, and I think December Daily is similar, and October Daily is similar, but not necessarily daily projects, but even just like monthly stories and things. So that's what I'm leaning towards. Thank you, Teresa. It was so much fun. And then it's not nearly as like, what's the word I want to use? And when my new arm comes to get my camera all set up, I'm going to have my husband help me then troubleshoot how to make this not be backwards for all of you, or for all the viewers. That sounded kind of rude, like all of you. Sorry. Because I have played around with it and still haven't figured out how to get it either in the settings, and I've tried flipping my camera, so I'm just going to save it for when that happens, because he ordered it on Amazon today, so I'm sure it'll be here pretty darn quickly. So thank you, Miss Tara. So I decided to do Day in the Life, even though I have, taken pictures for Week in the Life and Day in the Life the last couple of different times and then done nothing with them. But I decided that I really wanted to do it because I had just been doing the Pumpkin Patch album, and I really wanted to document life right now and really kind of be focused on, again, a small project. And so then I had pulled out, I had supplies from Day in the Life projects or kits from Allie Edwards that I hadn't used yet. And I had this 4x6 album, so I decided to just keep it very, very simple. And I just had those, everything is just in my little orange Gendy handcrafted planner caddy. All I had grabbed was stamps that were from Allie Edwards. I actually pulled this out and used the cats and the dog, and I'm going to use the dog again for one of my photos, but just had the things from previous kits. That's 2 previous kits. That's all I had. And then as I've been working on it, the only thing that I've added in is I've actually added in Felicity Jane things because it matched the color palette. And so I was able to pull cards and accessories, but still keep it simple. So it's not done yet, but I thought I would just give you a little peek. So this is a card from one of the kits, just says giving thanks for this day. And then this is all Felicity Jane stuff that I just added. And I'm going to put the date on here too for what the date is. And then again, this card is from this card, and this little die cut are from the Allie Edwards kit. And then I just thought this little Felicity Jane, the little girl with the camera, was perfect since that's what I was doing for the day. And then I had, from the one kit, I had these cards that had the time, had the number and then either AM and PM. So I used those, and then I'll show you one of the other cards that I used. So, and for those cards, I was just keeping it simple. Like that would be just like the title of what the photo was. And so this says feeding the zoo because that's what I say when I have to feed all the animals in the morning and in the evening. These are my little stamps. So I stamped out a little cat and a little dog and then just used Puffy. This is a Felicity Jane card that says I think that's a Felicity Jane that says it's a good day. And so then the other set of cards is these that say thankful for this, and then they are just numbered like 01, it's the first story. So that was simple for me to use those 2 cards for every single picture. So this is just the back of the Allie Edwards card. It's already got stars on it. And then this little puffy frame is Felicity Jane, and then those are from my stamps. And so I'd taken a picture of just 4 of our 6 cats eating their breakfast. And I just added one of the other little stamps there. And then this is one of the cards from the Allie Edwards set. This is from Allie Edwards, and then this is Felicity Jane, these little the little hearts. And then I just added a little sticker from Felicity, or from A Day in the Life. Life is made in these small moments. This is Ken getting on the train. I actually dropped him off to ride the train last week. He went into the office for the first time in over 2 years. So I was thankful that I could drive him and drop him off because he was going to have a really long day just between not doing that commute in a long time, and then they actually had an event that was going even into after hours with lots of extroverting for him. So I was able to pick him up as well. So there again, just that, kind of statement card that says, 6 a.m. And I just added some Felicity Jane. That's Felicity Jane paper and Felicity Jane ephemera. And then just using that, number 2 thankful card and being able to just tell the story. The thankful for this is from the Allie Edwards kit. The one kit that I had that had all of this, I really liked that it focused on the stories you were thankful for, which is her focus for the November Day in the Life, which I really like. And then I did decide to try and get a little fancy because I have the little flip-up ones that already have the adhesive. So I added a couple of these so far. So again, just the 7 a.m. was my own classroom. So I put hello, and then I really wanted to use some of these stamps that have just great phrases and have her handwriting to match things. Wrote the little story there. And then just, a picture of my quiet classroom in the morning before I have kiddos. This one is also from the Allie Edwards collection, and then this is a little Felicity Jane heart, and then the little vellum 4x4 2x2 squares are a little thing I had gotten from Felicity Jane. So then just adding a Felicity Jane puffy heart. And then this is actually from the Allie Edwards. This is my first period class, which so I wrote about them because they're just a very like chill class. Like they'll have conversations with me, but they're also like, when I put them on to like do something as a group or to do independent work, they're like just so chill. It's just really nice to have that first thing in the morning compared to like my 3 most high energy classes that are all in the afternoon. And so I just, wrote about that and just tried to have a little fun with like the different pockets and things. Not quite as creative as the 4x4 Pumpkin album, intentionally, because I wanted to keep this like short and sweet and use the things that really go with this kind of documenting. But I did want to use a variety of pocket pages. So again, this is Allie Edwards card, and then I just added a Felicity Jane flower. This is from the Allie Edwards set, but then all of these pieces are from Felicity Jane. And then just the next one is just my planning period. So when I'm off, it's a free period. And then this is all Felicity Jane that I used. And then did another little flip pocket because I thought that would be really fun. And I just loved this one. It says Love Days Like This, which this is Felicity Jane. The hearts are like I'm at an angle so badly, but at the same time, if I'm not, you get such a glare. And then I did stamp on the photo. I just needed to angle it better so it would have been more on the pale color so you could actually see that it says captured moments, but I love that stamp. This is they're actually not a student of mine right now, as far as I don't have them in any classes, but they come to my Spartan Plus every day, which is our study hall that they get to choose who they sign up for. And they are doing commission work for me for Pink Crafty Cottage. So they've been doing a lot of artwork and such for me to get them practice and to build their portfolio and to be able to like then share it and everything because they want to go into art. So it's kind of a win-win for both of us. And then this is another card from the Allie Edwards with some Felicity Jane puffy stamps. And then this is as far as I've pretty much gotten. So I have a stamp I want to use on here. This is 2 of my gals in one of my other classes, and we've had some great conversations. They've been teaching me a ton about their culture, about being Muslim, and being Arabic, and just talking to me and educating me because there's so much that I don't know and I have a lot of questions. And they've just been wonderful to like explain things to me and educate me, and we've just bonded and had a wonderful time. So this is Felicity Jane, more of those 2x2s, and I did add Felicity Jane puffy hearts. And like I said, I have a stamp that I want to use there, but then I have to do some work back there, and I have to fill in the rest of my cards for my other couple of things. But I've made some good progress. So I see this being able to be done, hopefully, this week or next week, depending on, I don't know how much time I'll actually have this week. And I do have a little thing that says day in the life that I'm going to do just a little cluster on the front, and I'm going to call it done. But I'm really, really happy with it. Again, thank you, Gina, because of what it is, I'm happy to keep it simple, but it's still fun working in a small format. Which again, I know December, I don't think I'd be able to do a super small format for December. So, the 6x8 junk journal size is still good, but I am leaning towards doing, like some 4x6 or 6x6 or 4x4s and things for 2023, and being able to kind of keep it, smaller for like seasonal. So that's something I'm thinking about doing because I'm having a lot of fun. They feel just more manageable and easier to truly like kind of get done. And how fun would it be to have just a bunch of different albums, and maybe not have like the big 12x12 or even 9x12 big album. So that's how that's going. I've been having a lot of fun with that. And then, so I wanted to show you what I started making. Yes, totally less intimidating, Amanda. So less intimidating, and just lets you have that much more fun. And then I think it's just fun to be able to flip through them. So for the Mindy Lacefield All Is Bright workshop, she showed different options as far as, using an old book, making kind of a junk journal style with like mixed media papers and things in it though, because we're going to do a lot of like drawing and painting and everything, or using canvases, like at canvas board, I should say, like canvas board, like as your covers and everything. And I looked at my different Christmas books, and nothing was calling out to me. And then I was like, you know what, you have some cute Christmas fabric, and you've got some of the different like craft binders, and you could, cover it like you've done, and maybe that would be fun. And that really got me more excited than my other options. So this is not a Simple Stories binder. I don't remember, and whoever is in there is just for the binder thing. So it's craft chipboard, but it did have a white spine. So I had this fabric in my stash, and if you've seen Mindy Lacefield's drawings, and if you've seen her advertisements for All Is Bright, she has just adorable like kids and snow people and stuff. So even though it doesn't match perfectly, it just has such a good kind of aesthetic. I was really excited about, and I didn't know what I was going to use this fabric for. So thank you. So this is as far as I've gotten. I covered, and I intentionally didn't go all the way around, because since it has this already here, I'm going to embellish with some cute trim here, and I'm going to put a cute Christmas dangle on the side. So I didn't feel I needed to do the fabric all the way around the side. And I haven't finished the insides yet, so I've just gotten this fabric in here. I was going to I love to use like the minky with the little nubs for like inside fabric. I love the texture. I love how it looks. And I only had like turquoise and pink and pale pink, and I did have gray. And there's a decent amount of gray, like as far as shadowing. So I was going to maybe use the gray, but just with it being All Is Bright and being Christmassy and being like whimsical and fun, it just wasn't calling to me. So I did run to the store and get red. So I have to finish that, and then finish embellishing, and then get back to the class, because I planned to be very all in, and I didn't have a chance, which on the one hand is fine. I didn't have a chance to, because Saturday I was out and about with Stephanie and we had a wonderful time, and then I was just super drained later in the day and didn't end up crafting at all. And then on Sunday, I did work on Day in the Life, just because I kind of needed something that was a little, because I was tired, but so I know that this is going to start getting some love very, very soon, and so I'm very excited. So I thought I would show you that, and I'll post pictures when it's done and everything. But this is another fun way to do journals, is using fabric and covering them. And you can even create your own if you need to, like with, chipboard and such. But it's also really nice to just have a built-in album and be able to do it. So I'm very excited about that. So I thought I would show you that. And then I was really excited, so I wanted to show you these. I ordered these to keep things in for the Mindy Lacefield class and such. She has pouches of her drawings, and this is one of the small ones that she offers, but then she just started offering these large size pouches, which is fantastic, because there's so many times when it's like you need a nice big pouch to really hang on to stuff, and I just love her artwork. So I did grab this one with the Santa Claus, and then this one that she had. So these are a really nice large size to just keep all of the things in as I'm working on that workshop and doing all of the fluff and stuff that's going to go with it. So So those just came, and then the only other thing that just came, which I did take some photos today while I had natural light, so I will be sharing those. I got my newest pouch from Simple October for the fall, just super pretty, which I already had the pencil pouch in the mushrooms. And I do have one other patchwork pouch, but it's a smaller one, and this is the larger flat pouch. And then she had the cool star pouch as well. And I like having the variety of sizes because I have found things that I like to put in these different sizes. I did buy a cup cozy and a coaster that match too, but those are already on my little cart. And then so I put fall clips in here, so then I can take them with me. So I got the little mug and leaf and the mug clip, all in this shade, partly because I really liked this shade as I'm slowly putting things together in my new Delphonics. It makes, very nice like coordination color for fall. And then also my Fall Gendy handcrafted, which is the corduroy mauve. So this all looks really, really nice with all of that. So I'm having a lot of fun with all of those things. I think that was everything I was going to show you guys this evening. I'm sure I'll think of something later. It'll come to me. I'll be like, oh yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of check in. I thought it'd be fun to share with you my pumpkin patch album and what I'm doing for Day in the Life and that kind of stuff. I will share with you when my desk is all done. Let's see, let me actually, aren't the mushrooms so cute? I'm going to turn this off and make this bigger again. I have been doing some reorganizing too, and so I went back to Home Goods to double check on like all the little bins that I like with the drawers that I had shown that all different people kept asking about that had all the little tiny drawers. And so I had gone back, and when I went back, they actually had, from the same people, they had this little file drawer system. And so I grabbed this because it is housing all of my like kawaii stationery stuff that I like for my planners, but that I like to keep separated by like character. So I purchased that so that I could spread all that out by character, because I've got like I've got my little like Coco girl that I have a bunch of stuff of now. So like she has a drawer, and I've got my Molang that I've been collecting. So I have that stuff in with my little this little brown bear, and then I have the Ryla Kuma and my brown bear line friends in the bottom, some different stuff in the top. So I just grabbed that, and I've been working on that. Because this brand is really expensive to find stuff, which I didn't realize, because I purchased this one that I really like at Home Goods, and I loved that it had the yellow, and I've played around with what's in it, and it's come in really handy to keep like different planner journals and things like that, so they're not like just getting piled on and dusty and everything. And then I love that I can put this on top, and they're nice and deep, so they really do like take up space in the calyx instead of wasting it. And then I had gotten the little drawer where it's the little tiny drawers and the medium-sized drawers I did all my like junk journal supplies in. So I went back to look at those again, and they still have some, and I kind of want some more, but at the same time I don't need more. But they had this as well, and I really liked this, and this was clearanced. So it was $24, but this stuff on Amazon and on the internet is like crazy expensive. Like, I think like this is like $100 and something, and I paid like $35 for it or $40 for it. Like, it's just crazy. So now that I know like how expensive they are, I definitely keep my eye out for ones that'll work in the space. So I did just get that because I had things really like piled up in my little planner caddies. And that wasn't necessarily working the best. And I actually, after using this planner caddy for just day in the life for certain projects, I really like doing it as that, more so than maybe all just stationary stuff, kind of using it for a variety of things. So that was the other thing that I had gotten. So I'll do a tour sometime in the near future as I keep getting all of the things organized in my craft room, little by little, little by little. So, I hope you guys have had fun. I just thought I would just kind of talk about things that were new and happening and share those projects with you. And we'll chat. And I'm going to do my December stuff soon. Going through it and getting my cart all set up and doing some foundation pages. And I'll have you guys play along with me. And then we'll talk about 2023. Speaking of which, I hope you guys have all signed up for the free 2023 planning party with Simple Scrapper that starts on the 13th. I think it's the 13th to the 17th. That's like really looking at what you're going to do creatively for 2023 and how to simplify your crafting. Not in a negative way of like bringing it down, but simplifying things to get you to be able to craft more, to finish more projects, to not, just have all these unfinished projects, but to actually finish projects. So I am definitely signed up for that. Definitely looking forward to that so that I can hopefully have a good like game plan for 2023 and kind of let go of maybe some unfinished projects off my list, just giving permission that, you know what, I'm never going to go back to them. They're never going to get done. Just whatever I have, I'll just keep. And then, really being honest with myself about what ones I'm going to tackle, because trying to tackle them all and then not doing any of them well or having everything like started or halfway done is just not a good feeling. So I'm definitely trying to change that for sure. So it's not about less crafting. It's just about, being more focused on what you're going to accomplish. So, if you go to Simple Scrapper's Instagram, she's got a link in her bio and it's free. It's totally free. Amanda, so I mentioned just in the beginning, I have 75% of it because I ordered from Simple Stories Wholesale, and I also placed a smaller order for a few of the things where I didn't need wholesale numbers, and I actually have everything that isn't from Simple Stories Wholesale, so I'm just waiting on that last box, and so that should be here at the latest. Hopefully, it should be here middle of next week. They don't, they just have one shipping rate, and it does take processing time and stuff. So I'm just waiting for it to show me that it's actually on its way instead of processing. And then I will have everybody's stuff I'll add those last pieces and I will send that out. So everybody should have it before Thanksgiving. And the directions will be in there. And so people can start on it right away and not have to wait for any like live classes or anything like that. We can work on it together for fun. Because I will definitely do that, but people can also start right away with those written directions, and definitely people will have it in time to, have it done before Christmas for Christmas presents and things like that. So yeah, it's running a little later than I would hoped, but we're all good. We're all good. We're still doing good. It's okay. It's okay that you were late. No worries. So that is. That will be coming up really soon, and I'll be putting stuff in the fall workshop one so we can play and work on that as well, now that almost everybody has their kits. We've got like 2 that are just lingering. So hopefully those will get there in the next day or 2 for those crafty ladies. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday. I'm going to get a little chill time in before I then go to bed. I'm trying not to stay up as late. I'm trying to be better about my sleep, trying to make sure I have time to journal every night and read before bed a little bit and go to bed a little bit earlier than I was. Just trying to take better care of myself little by little. So I'm going to go relax just a little bit, kind of unwind from doing the live, and then be ready to go back to work tomorrow. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and it was so fun to hang out with you. Of course, if you think of things or have questions or ideas, send me messages. I love to hear them. I love to connect with you guys. It's super fun, and we'll be hanging out a lot, I'm sure, as we are coming into the hectic time of year, and we're going to do some fall junk journal stuff. We're going to do some recipe binders, and we are going to do some December daily / documenting, and then even some 2023 preparations and thoughts. So, so I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I hope you have a great rest of your week if I don't see you before then, and love you guys. Bye.